guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're new. I have incredible news. Obviously it's super exciting and I won't be able to post this for a while until I tell friends and family, but I'm pregnant. It's still kind of crazy to say out loud. It's like I'm still in like major disbelief, but I'm super excited. Today I'm 4 weeks and 3 days pregnant, so I wanted to do this video a few days ago, but I literally found out at like right before 4 weeks, like 3 weeks and something. So I just kind of wanted to give you guys my symptoms and then tell you kind of about what's going on with me currently and how I knew I was pregnant before I even got a big fat positive. And it's kind of different than what I've read. So I kind of am going off track here. I'm just so all over the place. I got that pregnancy brain, right? I found it helpful when I was like trying to conceive, that watching all of the videos of other moms and women who are pregnant or trying to conceive, and their videos of how they knew they were pregnant, because I was trying to compare like my symptoms to other people's symptoms. So I thought that I would do the same and kind of let you guys know and then kind of start my journey. I'd like to vlog my entire pregnancy and then after. So to start, my ovulation date was June 9th or June 10th, and my last period started on the 25th of May, and I have a 3-day period, so I know I'm so lucky. But so I have a 31-day cycle. So my ovulation date was the 10th, and I'm not even kidding you, I was at my brother's house, and how I knew at first was on the 10th, I was at my brother's house and I was going outside with my sister-in-law, my husband, and I was like, oh, I feel like on my right side, I felt like a twinging, like sharp pain. And she's like, oh, you're just ovulating. Like, that's totally normal. But I have never felt that pain while ovulating before. And it's like, maybe I'm just like more in tune because I'm trying to get pregnant or what. But I felt it. It was strong and it lasted for like 10 minutes. Maybe I'm over-exaggerating. It lasted longer than 2 minutes and less than 20. So somewhere in that amount of time, because now I'm going off memory. I wanted to do this sooner. But it was sharp and it was there, and I knew something was off, but I was like, okay, she's really, really, she's been trying to conceive for a while, so I know that she knows pretty much everything. So I was like, okay, maybe it's because I stopped birth control, and I'm just like a couple months into stopping birth control, and it's just like I'm just not used to it. I don't know. Speaking of which, side note, before I get into that, I kind of went off subject, but I kind of want to tell you guys about why I'm off birth control. So I was taking NuvaRing for about 2 years, and I just want to say this because it feels good to tell other people, but I was having debilitating anxiety, like so bad to the point that it brought on depression, because I was like, how can I live like this? I wasn't having suicidal thoughts, it didn't get to that point, but it was scary. I was thinking bad things. I was like, how am I gonna live like this? I'm probably gonna have to get medicated with anti-anxiety medicine. And then it came around that time of month and I took the NuvaRing out, and I noticed a lot difference. The anxiety was so much less, and then I talked to my husband about it, and I said, I want to stop taking hormonal birth control, and like, let's just be careful. And so that's exactly why I got off of the NuvaRing. And then it kind of put a seed in our heads. We're like, maybe we do want kids like sooner than later. And I'm 29, so it's like I want to make sure that I have kids, because I want a couple, maybe 3 kids. I want to make sure that I have them young enough to where it's like super easy for me. So I'm actually super blessed, and it's too early to tell right now, but I'm super blessed that this is only our 2nd month trying. Because I went off of the NuvaRing in April, and it's June and I'm pregnant, so this is really good. Okay, now fast forward back to ovulation day. My sister-in-law told me it was just my ovary, my egg dropping from my right side, because she said it could be your right or your left, and I was like, I've never felt that feeling before. I've never had like period cramps really bad or anything like that. I've been really blessed. So that was strange, and it lasted, and it was notable. I was like, okay, something's happening, and I was like, maybe it's like the egg got fertilized. I don't know much about this. I've never been pregnant before. This is all super new to me. So I took to YouTube and started looking at everybody else's symptoms, and a lot of people say that. They're like, I don't get that in my ovulation, and it's true. Like, it was so notable. It was, something was going on down there and it was not regular. So I noted that. And then, of course, I'm really impatient and super excited all the time. I'm like, I want to know if I'm pregnant right now. And you see people go get positive birth test or whatever at like 5 DPO, 6 DPO. DPO means days past ovulation. So before their missed period, but after conception. So the only things that I really noticed that were super obvious is I was super tired all the time. Not to the point that I was napping, but I was yawning a lot. I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. And when it came bedtime, I was out like a light. Like there was no watching TV till I fall asleep. So like as soon as I laid my head down, I was out in like for a solid 8 hours. So super tired. You can probably tell right now, super out of breath like all the time. It's so strange. And this has definitely come on like more so in the last like 3 days. But before I got my positive, I was super tired all the time. Like if you can imagine a blanket of fatigue over you, that's what it felt like. I was so fatigued and so tired all the time and had like tons of like bloating is real. The bloating is so intense. Like I literally was like, okay, I need to watch what I'm eating. Like I if I'm not pregnant, like then I'm starting to get a little out of control. Maybe, and then I thought maybe it's hormonal because again, just got off birth control recently. So I'm like, okay, something's going on. Like I am wearing my favorite jeans. I'm not even gone up on the scale very much. I think like a pound or two. And it feels like I can't fit into anything. Nothing is comfortable. I'm just like, oh my gosh. And it's only in my belly. Like it's like, I don't know. The bloat's real and it's there. And that was from ovulation, like on. It was like, it's been constant and it has not gone away. And I'm hoping it does. Then again, I got to get used to the fact that I'm going to be pregnant and it's going to be uncomfortable. So it's like not a big deal. But that is something that kind of let me realize like, oh, you might be pregnant. So I got a bunch of cheap dollar store, I think they're called like Assurance or something, pregnancy tests from the dollar store, and I picked up I think like 6, and I checked every morning peaks. That's what they said, morning P is like the strongest. So starting at 6 DPO, negative, 7 DPO, negative, 8 DPO, negative, 9 DPO, negative, and I started to get discouraged, but I was like, I know I'm pregnant. Like I feel weird. I feel pregnant. I didn't have like the back pain at all. And I don't have sore breasts at all. Again, for me, it's literally just horrible fatigue and lots and lots of bloating. Again, okay, so 8 DPO, negative, 9 DPO, negative, and then my sister-in-law said try it 10 DPO, and that's like, you should know by then, 10 DPO. Negative. And I was like, oh no, I'm so sad. Like I really wanted it to be this month because I knew that if I got pregnant this month with the ovulation date and everything like that, my due date is February 29th, which is leap year day. And I thought that was so cool, even though it's like, whatever, I don't care. Like I'm just happy to be pregnant anytime. But like, I just thought that was really cool. And then I was a little discouraged, but I ran out of the cheapo one. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to Walmart because she told me that they have some there that are actually really accurate and they're only 88 cents. So I was like, okay, I don't want to just like throw money away at these, so I want to like make sure that I get cheap ones. So I go to Walmart and they don't have them. They only have like the cheapest ones they have is like a 2-pack for like $5. So I pick 2 boxes up, and then I wait until the next morning. So now it's 11 DPO and I get my big fat positive. It was so obvious. I was so excited because I was like, maybe, because like when you see people like on Reddit, they have like the TFAB, I don't really know what that stands for, but it means a little line on the pregnancy test, but TFAB, you can check them and everyone's like, oh yeah, I see a line, and I'm like, am I blind? Like I'm squinting. I don't have the best vision, so like I know it's probably me, but I don't see it. So maybe in like that 9 and 10 DPO it was there, but I just didn't see it. But I got an obvious positive on 11 DPO, and so I was so excited. I took 2, and I actually had a Clear Blue, which is like one of the expensive ones, and I took one of those, and then one of the cheapo ones I had, and so they were both positive, and I was like, oh my goodness, we're pregnant. I was super excited, and I really wanted to tell my husband in such a cute way. And I was like thinking about all these different ways, and of course I told my best friends first, and because we have like a little group chat, they're all in Seattle, so they're far away, but I told them, and I was like, I think I just got a positive pregnancy test. So I was like, how do I tell Brandon, my husband? And they're like sending me all these cute Pinterest ideas, and like I fell in love with this one that's like a plate, and then he eats it because I cook for him all the time, and he loves eating, and you know. And then at the bottom of the plate it says I'm pregnant, and I was like, that's what I want to do. But then like I ran upstairs, and I actually called in to work that day because I had like my eye was all messed up, and I pinched a nerve in my neck. And so that might have taken away from a lot of different symptoms that I might have been missing, because I pinched a nerve in my neck swimming in the pool, and it was horrible. So I gave me a migraine, had all these like things going on, and then I found out that I'm pregnant, and I was like, okay. And my husband was off that day too, so it was like I ran upstairs, and I was like, do you want a back rub? Like, I'm just such in a good mood. And he was like, rolls over, he's like half asleep, he's like, you're pregnant. And I'm like, no. And then I got laughing, I'm like the worst liar, and he just knew, and I was so excited. I was like, yeah, we're pregnant. So yes, that's how I told him. Like, couldn't you? I was too impatient, and you know, but it was really exciting for both of us because it's something that we really want. And anyway, after that, I told my friends, and they're like, you need to confirm the pregnancy and go to the doctor. So I was like, okay, immediately call the doctor, my local GP, to confirm my pregnancy and like refer me to an OBGYN. And then like go there for, you know, follow-ups and like the whole prenatal stuff. So call my general practitioner. They set an appointment for Saturday, which puts me at, it would be the first day of my missed period. And so I go in, and they have me fast. And by the way, I am really hungry. Like, it's not too much, like I don't have to eat absolutely everything, but I'm pretty hungry. Like, I can eat a lot. And so I go to the doctor. They tell me to fast, and it's like 11 o'clock in the morning. And, so first I got the chiropractor, my neck adjusted. I've never been to the chiropractor before, by the way. It was nice. It was really nice to have that relief. But go to the doctor, and they had me do a urine test. I'm like, I've already done like 20 of these. Like, obviously not 20, but like 10. I was like, I know that that's gonna come out positive. Sure enough, it did, and they didn't draw blood. And I was like, everyone says that you need to get your blood drawn at the doctor. Like, that's the whole point. I'm kind of irritated that I had to pay copay for that and go in there and fast, and they didn't even take my blood, but whatever. They referred me to a OBGYN here in my local area. We're in Arizona, so if anybody knows a good one in Arizona, like, I'm totally not like committed to one yet. But I called them, and they said anything before 10 weeks is just like a confirmation appointment and nothing really else. So I was like, okay, well, I don't need that. I know I'm pregnant. So I'll just set something up for 10 weeks. So that's going to put me in like August, which will probably be when I'm actually posting these. So maybe I'll have more videos posted. But so I'm going to do that. So I kind of wanted to just like fast forward into like my symptoms now that I've told you like how I knew I was pregnant. Oh my gosh, there is one more thing that gave me a hint that I was pregnant before I got my big fat positive, and that is I went to bed with my husband, and we were talking, we were like watching a video on his iPad, and I got this like, you know when you eat something like really sour and you get like that feeling in the back of like your, like, I don't know, like right here? I don't know how to explain it, I don't know what it is, but you get like that, I don't know, tingly feeling. I got that, and then like instant taste of like a metallic flavor, and it was just for a moment. But I remember that I had seen that in different symptoms that I had Googled, because, you know, I took to Google. I was like, what are early signs of pregnancy? Like, I gotta know, I'm too impatient. And that was one of them. And I was getting nervous, like I said, like that I wasn't pregnant, because I didn't have a lot of the symptoms, and I still don't. Like, I don't have sore breasts or nipples. My nipples aren't darker. My lower back doesn't hurt, don't have nausea, and I don't really have anything other than fatigue and bloating. And I was like, okay, well, you can get that with regular PMS symptoms. So I try not to think much about it. I was getting headaches too, but that was probably a lot to do with the fact that I had like that pinched nerve, which lasted for like 4 days. So that was, just to give you an idea, that was like 7, 8. Okay, that was like 90 PO on, so I guess it's not super early, but it definitely made it hard. So I really do think that might have like distracted my body from noticing other things. But again, like I still don't have it, and that doesn't hurt anymore. Anyway, I'm really blabbing on and going on. I really don't have much more to say, but I'm super excited. We kind of went over my before I knew I was pregnant symptoms, current symptoms, where I'm at right now. Again, no nausea, no morning sickness, and I'm praying that I don't get it. But I did read that it doesn't usually happen until like 6 to 8 weeks. So please, you're not even gonna see this, but I'm praying that I do not have it. I'm so, because I go to work really early, and it would be awful to like, you know, toss my cookies on the way to work. It would be fun. So if anybody has any ideas on like what tricks you have to like avoid nausea before you even get to that point, put them in the link down below or in the comments below. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, I'm super excited, and I really hope like that I can post this video soon. I'm hoping, you know, I read a lot of horrible things about miscarriages, and my heart goes out to all of the mothers expecting and women who are expecting to oh my god. My heart goes out to all of the women who go through a miscarriage at any point in time in their pregnancy, whether it be chemical or all the way to the end. So that's why I don't want, oh my goodness, why I don't want to post this quite yet until I get past like the danger zone, so to speak. So wish me luck, and I will see you in the next one.